Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will show you how I close a grid trading crypto bot to capture profits or to make adjustments to redeploy that bot. Now, the platform that I use primarily for my grid trading is Bitsgap, and if you're not familiar with Bitsgap, it is an all-in-one crypto trading platform. I use their trading terminal to execute live day trades. There's actually some videos in my YouTube playlist you can check out if you're interested in those type of videos. The platform also has an arbitrage feature. You can also demo trade or paper trade before you deploy your strategy live. And today we'll be focusing on the grid bots. Now, if you're wondering what type of investment is required to get started, we'll jump over to the pricing. And you can actually get started for as little as $19 a month. But before you do that, I will put a link down in the description below, and you can get a 14-day free trial of the Pro plan, and that's the plan that I actually use. And after your free trial has expired, you could start with the basic plan, and that will get you 2 active bots. Now, if you think you're going to deploy more than 2 bots, you might step up to the advanced plan, and that will get you 5 active trading bots. And in reality, I generally have somewhere between 5 to 10 of the grid bots live at any one time, so the advanced plan might be the best choice for you. Now, that's enough jaw-jacking. Let's get to closing down a bot and look at perhaps redeploying that bot. And so we jump back over to the Bitsgap interface, and under bots, you will see I have a few bots running. Right now you can see GRT is living up to expectation. It's producing just over 1% profit each day, and it's only been running for 5 days. If we scroll down, Ren is a little underperforming. It's been running for about 13 days, and it's just over the 50% mark. I will leave this running, as Ren is a project I'm willing to hold the token long term on. Now, Ample, that is truly underperforming, and this is one of the bots I will close out today. It's been running for almost a month and really has not performed as I expected. So to shut this bot down, I would just come over to the close button, click on that, and they give you some information, the amount of Ample I have in orders, current price, and then I have a choice of how I would like to close the bot. Now, I want to capture this profit, and so I'm actually going to go ahead and sell the Ample at market price, since I am in fact up on this particular bot on these positions. And while I do think Ample is a good project, it's not one I want to hold their coins for. So I select sell at market price and then click close bot, and you'll see the bot's been canceled. And now we see a market order was placed for the Ample that I was holding, so it's selling that Ample, and my order was filled. And so that bot's objective has been completed, and I might revisit that in the future, but at this time, I'm moving on. Now, the next grid bot in line is my Uni USDT, and it is performing to standard. It's at about 1% profit per day, and it's been running for 1 month, and I will leave it in the battle for now. However, the next bot that I do need to address is my ADA BTC bot. Very profitable bot, and it has been running for a month and 1 week, basically. However, it has moved outside of the range of the grid. So if we pull up the grid for ADA, you can see it has exited the grid and is no longer executing buys, and until it reached back up into these red grid levels, it wouldn't actually be selling for a profit either on the move up. Now, I gave it a chance to get back into the kill zone, and it attempted a couple times, but with Bitcoin's recent run up and ADA pretty much going sideways, we're losing ground, so I need to redeploy this bot. Now, with that all being said, if we zoom out, this bot has been running for just over a month, and you can see I deployed it way back here, and I had the trailing up feature turned on to my benefit. That is a huge feature that Bitsgap offers that most grid trading bots don't offer, and it allows you to continue to capture profit as the price moves up. And so I always enable the trailing up feature because most of the coins I'm going after, I anticipate them moving up, whether it be slowly or in Ada's case, it did kind of shoot up quite a bit. But having that trailing up feature on allowed the grid to move up with the price action of Ada. However, we have since moved outside of the grid, and so I need to close this bot down, make some adjustments, and get it redeployed. As you see, it says I'm out of my range. And over that month-and-a-half time frame, it was performing well over the 1% up until the last couple days, and it did capture 33%, almost 34% profit, and that profit was paid to me in BTC. So the fact that BTC went up in price is a bonus to me as well. So this bot achieved its objective. I also ended up holding some ADA, which I don't mind holding long term as well, but it's time to adjust and redeploy. So I click on the close bot, and you can see my bot profit was almost 34% over a week and a half time. I currently hold 490 ADA. Now I'm not going to sell ADA this time, so I can actually redeploy the bot, and I will be holding that ADA to redeploy. And so the option of how would you like to close the bot, basically I have the two options: sell at market price, which we just did with Ample, or cancel all open orders. That will allow me to hold on to the ADA, and so we'll click close bot. Alright, so the ADA bot has been closed, and now it's time to get it redeployed with some new settings. And so the first thing we need to do is start with our upper and lower levels and see where we might be coming in at. And so I will drag down the upper level into what I see as previous resistance. And again, it's not going to matter if the price moves up because I do have the trailing up feature enabled. So I'm okay with the price going up. I'm more concerned with the price going down. And so we need to drag up our lower price. And I typically look for previous support. And so I need to check my 6 and look for previous support levels. And we could come down into this region. That's a pretty big fall from this level. I would probably set this more as a stop loss level. And so we're probably looking closer into this level for previous support and kind of previous resistance as well. Now, I haven't really fine-tuned anything, but let's just do a quick back test and see where I'm at after dropping all those lines in. All right, so my back test results for a 3-day results, I'm looking at less than 1% today. Now, keep in mind, back test results do not equate to future results. They're more just recon to give you an idea if this would be a valid battle plan, and I'm not actually really that thrilled with that. So I'll change my grid levels to 40, hit the back test again. Odds are this is actually going to go down. Yep, performance is not where I would like to see it. And so I'll lower this lower price level down to that support level we were thinking maybe be a stop loss. And we'll give the back test button a click. And we're right back to where we were at. I'm not actually exactly thrilled with these numbers yet. But again, I don't always have to hit that 3%, especially if I'm accumulating BTC or ADA. That could justify deploying the bot. But out of curiosity, let's see what this bot would do on USDT. And so we'll need to bring our grid levels back into resistance for the upper end. And look for support on the lower end. Now, I trade ADA quite a bit, and I have support at about 90 cents. And I certainly wouldn't want to see it break that. Actually, I don't want to see it break $1, but I'd be okay if we're down in the 90-cent level. Again, a little bit of support in here, previous resistance in here. Let's give this a click and see what we come up with. All right, so right now, ADA is actually performing better against USDT than it is BTC. And that makes complete sense, actually, as ADA has started to just move sideways. I'm a bit conflicted because if I look over at the Bitcoin chart, it's really having a lot of resistance around the $58,000 level. And so we may see a pullback in Bitcoin. And Cardano, because it has been moving sideways, I know there's a lot of news coming out for Cardano in the next month or so. It could see a move up. We might actually be at the bottom of Cardano and top of BTC, which a lot of times I like to deploy because Cardano or ADA would move up and BTC, in theory, would be coming down. Now, another thing I look at when I deploy a grid bot is the upper end and the lower end of the most recent price action. And I'll actually throw in a line here up at the top of ADA's recent all-time high. And we'll drop one down here. I certainly don't expect it to break the 80-cent level. And with those lines being put in place, if we look at those lines, the ADA price action is kind of in the middle of these two lines. And I typically avoid deploying a bot when the price action is up at the top. I prefer it to be somewhere around the middle or closer to the lower level. All right, so the next thing I need to decide is how much ammo I want to give this bot. And I can either manually type that in, or as you see, I'm actually going to need more than I typed in order to meet all these grid levels. So all these red lines and green lines are actually open limit orders. The red lines are sell limit orders. The green lines are limit buy orders. And in order to have enough USDT on hand to buy these limit orders when the grids are hit by the bot, I'm going to need, I think it said 578 USDT. And so now at 580, I have enough ammo for this bot to actually execute these trades. It's going to use about 129 of the ADA tokens that I held when I closed the last bot. And then I will sell some of those ADA tokens and convert them into USDT to use with this bot. So now they have two strategies on Bitsgap, SBOT, and Classic. Classic bot works best for a price that's moving up, where the SBOT works best on something that is consolidating. And currently, ADA is consolidating. So I'm going with the SBOT. As far as the strategy that I'm going to deploy on Binance, the pair is ADA USDT. My total investment will be $580. My lower limit price is right around the 90-cent range. My upper limit price is at 120 and change. However, I have the trailing up feature enabled. So when ADA moves up, it will move the grid up along with the price action. My grid step is 75. My grid levels are 40. I do not have take profit enabled as I want this bot to go ahead and run. But if I desired to have the bot stop at a set target, I could put in like 30% and have the bot stop if it achieved the 30%. For me, however, my grid bots are more of a long-term, slow accumulation. I don't expect fast profit from them. I look for approximately 1% profit per day. Now, stop loss, you guys know my theory on a stop loss. Executing a trade without a stop loss is like going into battle without wearing armor. Eventually, you're going to get killed. So we're going to set a stop loss. All right, so I have it in at the 80-cent level. We'll run the back test one final time. And we look like we're hitting that 1% mark. And again, I can't stress enough, the back test is not guaranteed and is provided for educational purposes only. Also, the first hour you deploy the bot, don't jump over to the Recon Trader Telegram community and say, my bot's not making any trades or any profit, or if it's been running for a day and you're making 0.5% instead of 1%. You got to give your grid bot time to maneuver. If you're not seeing the action you want after a week, maybe then you could look at redeploying. But within the first couple days, my GRT bot took 4 or 5 days to start to get its legs, but once it did, it's off and running now. So give your bots an opportunity to see some action and start to return those profits. So this is a go, and the next thing I need to do is just click start. And I do get the note that it's necessary to sell that ADA, again, as I mentioned, to have enough USDT to deploy the bot. And so, yes, sell. And market order placed, it was instantly filled. On Binance, your orders are typically filled instantly. And the grid is starting to fill in. This bot is now started and live. And that pretty much wraps it up. I will be doing an update video on the profit of this bot and my other grid bots, so now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike the like. Now, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. I will leave a link to Bitsgap in the description below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.